Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hallmark Channel's Passport to Love is back for June. This year, the destinations include Barcelona, Italy, and Peru. Best of all, there is a cornucopia of stars in these movies. They include Alison Sweeney, Ashley Williams, Eloise Mumford, Kevin McGarry, Rhiannon Fish, and Alex Santos. This is an all-star lineup. Fans don't want to forget Mystery Island's exotic Panama destination, and stars Elizabeth Henstridge and Charlie Weber. Of course, each movie will be available to stream the next day on Hallmark Plus. Here is a first look at these movies and what rom-com fans should expect. Don't miss Mystery Island. Play for keeps on Hallmark Mystery. Kicking off Passport to Love is Mystery Island. Play for keeps. This premieres on Thursday, June 5, at 8 p.m. Eastern on Hallmark Mystery. Starring in the third movie of the franchise are Elizabeth Henstridge and Charlie Weber. According to the synopsis, Mystery Island holds a corporate retreat with a guest being Emilia's ex-fiancé. Old feelings become complicated, tensions run high, and allegations arise when a guest is found dead. Alison Sweeney and Ashley Williams star in Hallmark's To Barcelona with Love on Saturday, June 7 is the premiere of To Barcelona with Love. The premiere is at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Hallmark Channel. This stars Alison Sweeney and Ashley Williams. This is the first of two movies directed by Sir Ron Oliver, with Julie Sherman-Wolfe writing both screenplays. Erica, an American translator, secretly revises a novel set in Barcelona. Everything is fine until bookstore owner Nico invites the credited author, Anna, to the city for a book signing. Ashley Williams and Alison Sweeney star in Hallmark's To Barcelona Forever. The second movie of the two-movie set is To Barcelona Forever. This will premiere on Saturday, June 14, at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Hallmark Channel. This stars Ashley Williams and Alison Sweeney. In this movie, Anna returns to Barcelona. She is there to reunite with Erica. Moreover, she is ready to celebrate Erica and Nico's engagement. However, Anna suddenly finds herself engaged to a charming farmer who is trying to save his family's legacy. Eloise Mumford and Kevin McGarry star in Villa Amor. On Saturday, June 21, at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Hallmark Channel will premiere Villa Amor, starring Eloise Mumford, and When Calls the Heart star Kevin McGarry. Yara goes to Italy and impulsively buys the villa where her parents met. She soon learns she is in way overhead and must ask a lawyer-turned-handyman to help her renovate. A Machu Picchu Proposal is final Passport to Love movie. Lastly, A Machu Picchu Proposal is premiering on Saturday, June 28 at 8 p.m. Eastern. This stars Rhiannon Fish and Alex Santos. What is this movie about? Katie is headed to Peru. She is joining her brother Dan and his girlfriend Luciana. Dan plans to propose to Luciana at Machu Picchu. Therefore, he needs Katie's Spanish skills to speak to Luciana's father in Peru. He wants to get Luciana's father's blessing before they head up to Machu Picchu. But things get a little complicated with Chef Carlos, Luciana's friend, manages to mess up each proposal attempt. Katie does what she can to help her brother out. However, when she starts to try to prevent Chef Carlos from spoiling things again, she finds that she is falling for him. Hallmark fans, are you ready for Passport to Love in June? When workaholic travel writer Emily Harper landed her dream assignment Passport to Love, a new Hallmark travel special, she didn't expect it to be anything more than a summer job. The concept was simple. Visit 5 dreamy international destinations in June and write about finding love on the road. The twist? She had to travel with Hallmark Channel's most beloved fan-favorite star, Ryan Blake, who would co-host the TV special and help create the on-screen magic. Emily didn't watch much Hallmark. She'd seen Ryan's name on dozens of headlines, known for his charm and those classic heartfelt roles. Big city execs finding small-town joy, chefs falling for bakers, snowed in ski lodge romances. But she'd never imagined working side by side with someone like him. Whitewashed buildings glistened under the Mediterranean sun as blue domes sparkled against the sea. Emily clutched her notebook, eyes scanning the coast, searching for the perfect first story angle. Ryan, already camera-ready in a breezy linen shirt, leaned beside her. "You always look this serious when you travel," he asked, smiling. "Only when I'm working," she replied, adjusting her sunglasses. He laughed. "We're in one of the most romantic places on earth, and you're taking notes." She arched an eyebrow. "What do you suggest?" "Put the pen down. Just for an hour." They wandered the cliffside paths, tasting olive oil, snapping selfies, and watching the sun dip into the Aegean. Emily caught herself laughing, real, full laughter. That night, over moussaka and wine, Ryan told her about his small-town roots in Vermont and how he almost became a carpenter instead of an actor. "You have this idea that actors are old glamour," he said, watching her. "But I miss the quiet. Building something real." Her pen hovered over her notebook. Something real. The second stop was Banff, Canada. Towering mountains surrounded them like watchful giants. Emily traded her sundress for flannel and boots. Ryan looked perfectly at home, chopping wood for a lakeside fire pit while she tried unsuccessfully to start one. "City girl?" he teased. "I prefer Wi-Fi to wilderness," she replied, cheeks flushed. Still, as they paddled across Moraine Lake in a bright red canoe, something shifted. Ryan snapped a picture of her laughing when she dipped her hand in the glacial blue water. She leaned back, watching snowflakes dance above the peaks. It was the kind of moment she would have described for others, but now it was hers. "You ever write about yourself?" Ryan asked later, over hot cocoa. "No," she said. "I don't think I've ever been the story." He looked at her, soft and quiet. "Maybe it's time you are." Their third destination, Kyoto, Japan. Cherry blossoms had long since fallen, but temples shimmered in the June sun, framed by lush green gardens. Emily found herself mesmerized by the rituals, the way locals bowed before entering shrines, the serene grace of the tea ceremonies. One morning, they joined a lantern-making class. Emily fumbled with the silk, frustrated. Ryan patiently helped her, his hands guiding hers. The lantern glowed between them. "I like this pace," she admitted. "I think you like not being in control for once," he teased gently. She laughed. "Maybe." Later, at the Golden Pavilion, Ryan stood quietly beside her, watching koi swim beneath the bridge. "If you could stop time," he asked, "would you stop it here?" Emily looked at him. "I don't want to stop time. I want to live in it." She wrote that line in her journal that night. Their fourth stop, Venice, Italy. Venetian canals glimmered beneath moonlight as gondoliers sang softly in the distance. The romance of it all should have felt cliché, but with Ryan, it felt real. They danced under the stars at a masquerade ball in a centuries-old villa. Emily wore a gold mask, her laughter echoing through the courtyard. When Ryan pulled her close during a slow waltz, her heart skipped. "I think I'm in trouble," she whispered. He leaned in. "Why?" "Because this was supposed to be a story, not a love story." Ryan's eyes searched hers. "But what if love is the best story?" They kissed, slow and uncertain, as if realizing everything had changed. Their final destination, Cape Town, South Africa. Table Mountain towered behind them as the ocean stretched endlessly ahead. Emily felt both exhilarated and heartbroken. The assignment was almost over. One evening, as golden hour lit the cliffs, Ryan brought her to a seaside lighthouse. "This trip has been more than a show," he said. "For me, it's been a reminder." "Of what?" "That the best things in life happen when you stop pretending and start showing up." Emily's throat tightened. "I don't want this to end either," she said softly. "But what happens when we go back to real life?" Ryan smiled. "Who says this isn't real life?" Their final scene wrapped as waves crashed below, sun casting halos around them. The director yelled cut, but neither of them moved. 1 month later, back in New York, Emily stood at her publisher's office, manuscript in hand. Her editor flipped through the pages, wide-eyed. "You've never written like this," she said. "It's personal, romantic, it's alive." "It was supposed to be about finding love in foreign places," Emily said. "Turns out, I found it in the person I least expected." That evening, as she walked out onto the Brooklyn Bridge, Ryan waited there, holding 2 plane tickets. "Passport to love," he said, grinning. "Season 2, she laughed, heartful, "as long as it's with you." And under the summer sky, with the city behind and the world ahead, they kissed again, this time knowing the story had only just begun. Please subscribe to my channel.